good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's time for the free up, man. That's what it is. That's what everybody around the world is looking for, the free up.
That's real. No point there.
Everybody's looking for it. Everybody's looking for the free ups. People looking for, to carry out their visions. A lot of people a lot of people around the world, they just want a chance to better themselves, no matter what that means.
That's real. That's real. Yeah, just interviewing people about how they stick to their deed, and whether if it's Salat or the Agnihotra Fire, Ting and Ting.
Yeah. Well, man, how I stick with it when I get up and do Agnihotra every morning, it's like every Agnihotra is different. So what I would say is find something, practice. If you're into spirituality, find a spiritual practice that you love doing. Don't do anything that you just feel like you have to do out of obligation, because really your obligation is just to your higher self. So you really want to be obligated to bringing out what's deep inside of you and developing and cultivating that. And the only way that's going to happen is if you're happy, Spiritual path can be kind of rough sometimes, so you gotta feel it with laughter and joy. It's gotta be something that you enjoy doing. So I enjoy getting up and doing Agnihotra in the morning. I enjoy the act of bathing when everything is calm and still, fixing the Agnihotra pyramid, putting the dung and the ghee. That's all that to me. It's very invigorating to do that. Even in sunset, because I do it sunrise and sunset, man. September, it'll be 10 years.
Nice. Big up. Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's deep.
Young man, So,
young man. Big up.
But it's just something that I love doing, and I feel a lot of benefits from it. From being such a purification process. It's also an ancient process. For those of you who don't know, Agnihotra is a process of purification using the agency of fire. And you have a copper pyramid shaped vessel. And you get cow dung, which is dung from a cow. And that is known as a substance that is very pure.
Copper pyramid?
Yes. This is the pyramid. Yeah. It's upside down. It's what's known as inverted.
Oh, dung from a cow?
Yes. Cow dung. This is a cow cake. Yeah. It's very pure, so you wouldn't want to do this with any other animal dung. So I wouldn't recommend that. You have to read up on the cow and why the cow is considered sacred in certain parts of the world. If you take away the spiritual aspect of it, just scientifically, cow dung cannot hold radioactivity, cannot hold radiation. So, yes, and this is the next ingredient, which is cow's ghee. So you have the cow's dung and the cow's ghee. Okay, now the ghee is very medicinal. You can cook with it. In this process, we use it as the fuel to light the fire. Yeah, you have to Google it. Agnihotra. I am Roland, R-O-L-A-N-D. All right, Roland Nash. For those who know me, I'm from Savannah, and you can check me out online. You can find me, Roland Nash. Yes, you can do this at sunrise and sunset. And it's a scientific process of purifying the atmosphere by burning certain organic ingredients. Like we showed you earlier, the cow dung, the cow's ghee, and also brown rice. All those elements come together, those organic ingredients, they come together to create a very healing effect when you burn it in that copper pyramid that we showed you at sunrise and sunset. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what helps me stay on my D, man. It's something that I love doing and that I see results. Because I'm not going to waste my time. We're not going to waste our time with anything that doesn't work for us.
Exactly.
And the thing about it, what works for you might not work for me. you know, and vice versa. But you know, you like to burn the fire, I do too. So it must be something about it. So I would definitely suggest you all research. When I first started doing it, I was stressed out. I was working at CNN downtown Atlanta, and it's very stressful working in a control room. You got 5 computers in front of you doing 5 different things. You got 5 different people barking commands at you. And this was back in the early 2000s. I started training during September 11th, 2001. So I got really thrown in the fire, so to speak. No pun intended, but pun intended, definitely. When I started doing the fire, I started noticing, even though I was doing all this work and had all the stress on me, it just felt like nothing could penetrate. Like I had some kind of bulletproof aura or something like that. You know, I can't make this stuff up. It just felt like nothing could get to me, no kind of situation or anything. And trust me, I've been thrown at some situations have been thrown at me in the last 10 years, but you know, always just walking in that just feels like a protection. You know, when you purify your environment, you purify yourself. I mean, you can't have one without the other. You heal the atmosphere heals you. Okay, so when you're in a pure atmosphere, and a certain amount of purity comes to your life, and a certain amount of knowingness, happiness, joy. Fortunately, Agnihotra has tons of data that backs up the actual ingredients that you're burning create certain gases that are already occurring in the atmosphere, but it could be depleted because of ozone depletion, radioactivity in the area, toxicity. So what you're doing is you're just replenishing the atmosphere wherever you are. Just replenishing. You're putting more of what's already there. You're cleaning up the bad stuff and you're replacing it with the good stuff. That's the simplest explanation I can tell you. And his full name is Paramasatguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj, and he's the one that devised this process that you see, because the Agnihotra Sri gave me some hearts, so that's great. The process of Agnihotra is actually condensed, because there are big fire pits. Like in India, you go, they do these fires in these big fire pits, and they chant mantras and they add organic ingredients, cow dung too. They use certain medicinal woods and herbs and things like that. The process of what you see, it's a condensed form that everybody can do. So, you know, you have this big ancient fire, this big ancient pit. You know, that's not very portable for the modern age, you know. But now we have a portable fire pit with us with that copper pyramid. And the reason that it's copper, by the way, is because copper is a great conductor of electricity and energy. Just like, yeah. And it is my birthday. I want to shout out all my folks out there. Everybody who's listening. Everybody who I will meet. We got another question. Do you use other material other than dung? That's a great question. Sunrise and sunset. You use brown rice. Okay. Now, when you put these ingredients together, when you put the rice into the fire, you want to wait for the exact time of sunrise and sunset. Because sunrise and sunset is known as the healing cycle. It's the circadian rhythm of nature. So you burn that fire in the ashes that are left, that are available. After the pyramid cools and the ashes cool down, you can use that fire and put it back into the soil to replenish the soil and revitalize and rejuvenate the soil, because the soil is very depleted now. You know, the farmers know this, you can't really grow stuff.
Yes, thanks for the vibes.
Yes.
Birthday vibes.
Yes, thanks. Bless up.
Bless up.
Om Shri.
Tree. Om Tree. Space race.